What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Mitchell Lucilea. I appreciate everyone for tuning in and joining me on my adventure of expressing on how I got sober and my success through my sobriety and tattooing and everything that I've done for myself. I just want to let you guys know I see all the viewers, all the comments coming from Instagram, coming from TikTok, funneled through here to my YouTube, and I really appreciate all the subscriptions and likes. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe. We're about to jump right into it. We got some more questions. We're doing questions and answers. Feel free to ask questions below in the comments for future videos. We're going to jump right into this.
How did God show up for you? Explain to me what that day looked like.
So this was July, 9 years ago. It was a very important moment for me. I was incarcerated in Theo Lacey. I turned myself in. I told the story on the first or second part two, I believe. I told the story of how I went to jail that day. I had to turn myself in. I went in packing, so I brought stuff into jail with me. And around July 7th, I ran out. Probably July 6th, I believe. So July 7th was my first day of sobriety. And, I signed for drug court. Drug court is a 18-month program that extends your probation if you're going to get off without probation, and it extends it. I had to sign up for that. It's 18 months. It's like super strict probation. It's like drug testing twice a week, I think, or once every week. You had to go to court once every month. So it was like a very strict drug court program. And I signed for it, and all the homies in jail were like, after July 7th, after I ran out, I was in workers, and all the homies were like, yo, you're going to be in here for 8 months waiting for a bed to open at a rehab, because I was going to be released to a rehab. That's what drug court is. After you get out of jail, you're going straight to rehab. You don't get out and get released like into the wild. They put you in straight into rehab because you have a problem. All the homies were in jail were like, yo, you're going to be here for like another 8 months. And I'm like, fuck, start hard timing it. Like, fuck, like this is going to be, I don't want to be in here for another 8 months fucking waiting for a rehab to open. And everyone kept saying that, so it was installed in my head like, I'm going to be here for another half a year or more waiting for a rehab to come pick me up. And after you sign for your time, you go to workers, so you start working in the jail. So I was working a graveyard shift. I was serving all the inmates, so we would go to work at 12 a.m. I think maybe a little bit before that, and we start making breakfast for all the inmates. So I was cooking. I forgot. I was probably in scullery. I think I was washing the dishes or whatever. I forgot what I did. I had a few jobs, but I remember this one specific graveyard shift that I worked. Came back. We got a shower. Homies got a shower when we come back. We can't lay down in a dirty bed after work, so I showered, and I laid down, and I was tired. It's 9 a.m. I think we served all the inmates. We cleaned the whole kitchen, so it's like a straight graveyard shift. And I remember laying on my bunk. Prior to this, I wasn't really religious. I wasn't super. I feel like I would pray when I was in jail, and it was kind of selfish of me, and I've always done that. So I kind of was like, I only prayed when I was in jail. So it's very like, I don't know. I wasn't really religious before this moment, but I remember laying down on top of my bunk and like praying to God. I was reading the Bible. I forgot. I would open the Bible and just read a verse or two. And I opened the Bible and I read a little bit and I prayed, and I really like felt it, and I prayed to God, and I was like, I've done it before. I've said the prayer before, and I feel like this was going to be like my only hope, and this was going to be my last chance. So I prayed to God, and I was like, dear God, please give me my last chance, and I promise I won't let you down. It was a promise that I made to him, right? And I was so certain. I felt so certain, like I was like, yeah, this is it. This is my last chance. So I fell asleep with the Bible. I had it right here on my chest. I remember it so clearly that I had it right here on my chest. And I fell asleep. And when you nap for like 10 minutes, you wake up a little groggy, and you know that you only slept for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's for sure what happened. So I only fell asleep for like 10, 15 minutes, and I woke up with the Bible still on my chest to the bubble, which is the deputies in the bubble that watch all the inmates. Um, they called my bunk number Echo 12. Roll it up. You should have been home already. Like you should have been going home. Like I think they made a mistake or whatever. But I woke up and I was excited to get out, but I didn't have to wait the whole 8 months. This was like I think a month, maybe 3 weeks after I signed, so I didn't have to wait the whole 8 months that everyone was saying. But it was like a direct sign
It was
from
that
God.
day, that like right when you woke up, that the deputies pulled up and like.
Yeah, well, it was I yes. After like 20 minutes of my nap, I woke up to them saying in the fucking loudspeaker, like God was talking to me. Echo 12, roll it up. You're supposed to be home already, or you're like you should have been rolled up already. Rolled up means you roll up your mat, you pack up all your stuff, and you go home or whatever. So I knew it was a rehab that was coming to pick me up, but yeah, I woke up and I instantly knew, just like that I got out. But I remember that I knew deep in my heart and my soul that I had to keep that promise with God, and He came through for me that day, and it's like a moment that I'll never forget. And this is a story that I've told for some time now, and I just want to express it to everyone and get that message out there that to never give up, don't lose hope, have faith, and keep them prayers high. To this day, I'm not really super religious, but I do know one thing is that I kept that promise for God for the past 9 years, and He's kept showing up for me in ways that I can't explain, that I didn't even imagine. And that promise to God is my spiritual, like it was just a direct answer. Like within 10 minutes, I was woken up on the loudspeaker. They told me to roll it up, that I should have been going home. It was like a direct, like, oh, you prayed and you said you're going to do this. All right. God was like, let's do this. I picked that promise with God and I kept it. And He's like, let's do this and let's see what you got. And I'm here, passing along that message that my prayer was directly answered. And if you have prayers and they're not answered, I just want everyone to know, like, keep it up, have faith, and chase your dreams, and stay motivated. Because I was at a point where I was like, damn, like I didn't know what to do. I was stuck in the system, in and out of jail, on probation, violations. Like there was no way out. And that day, He showed me the way out, and I kept that promise. So this is why I've been sober for 9 years, and this is my number one thing that I like about myself, is that promise that I've made to God and my higher power. And yeah,
He delivered,
He did
and you're in
deliver.
direct contact with him.
Yes.
I love ever since.
Yes. So I want to show appreciation to all those. That was my story on my last chance, and the promise that I made to God and my higher power to stay sober for the rest of my life and as long as I'm here on earth. So that promise has been so locked in for the past 9 years that when you hear me talk about my sobriety, that nothing can get in my way or distract me off my path of being sober. It's because that promise and the direct answer from God has definitely led me to this path of success and sobriety. God saved my life, and this is my last chance. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys share this with someone who needs to hear this message, or give it a thumbs up if you like the message, and comment below anything you would like to know about my story. This was more of a shorter, brief situation that happened with me, and my promise with God that I thought would be really important to share with you guys, because that promise that I made with God is so tight that nothing, when I talk about my sobriety and no one ever taking me off the path and me just flying so like sober and straight, it's because God. And I just want to let you guys, I just want to relay that message, and I'm here sober and living life. Thank you guys for tuning in.